Hello friend, welcome to my channel. It's Lynn from Feather Song Crochet. Welcome to another Wednesday. Okay, today we're going to talk about the star stitch. I learned this stitch probably a year or so ago or more, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. It's one of my favorites. It's not really hard, it's just a little tedious, but it's, beautiful results. If you could see this, go in close up and look at this. And then I have pink on this side. This started out to be a blanket I was making. It's 100% cotton. But it was kind of going, as beginners do, it was kind of going trapezoid-ish. So I made it into a bag, like a little market bag or something. Actually, it's a big market bag. But I'm going to show you how to do the star stitch today. It's not hard, and it's really pretty. And this is in acrylics. It gives it a little stretch. So let's get started. Okay, star stitch. Let's get going. So you're going to chain in multiples of 2, and I usually use a half size bigger. So with this yarn, it calls for a 5.5. So generally, I would do the chain stitches in a 5.5 and then move to the 5 for the rest of the project. But I currently cannot place my 5.5 millimeter hook. So this is my 5.0 from Clover. Okay, so you're going to do your chain. I think I did 14 for the sample. And this is a 2-row repeat. So you're basically going to start, you're going to single crochet all along the bottom. Okay, so I think I forgot to mention you go in the second chain from the end of your hook. Now you get to the end, you're going to chain 3. Okay, turn your work. Now here comes the fun part. Now for the end of the row is a little bit different than the middle of the row. So to the end of the row, we're going to go through this next chain down. We're going to single crochet, but don't pull it through. You got 2 on your loop. The next chain down, we're going to single crochet. You got 3 on your loop. The next chain, you're going to, you're going to single crochet in that one. So you got 4. And then you're going to single crochet in this stitch. I think this turns out to be the second stitch. You got 5 and 1 more. So you're going to have 6 on your hook here. Okay, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 6 and chain it off to hold it. So that's kind of your half star there. Okay, now that you're in the row, you're going to do it a different way. You're going to go through the eye of that star you just created. You're going to go through the eye, single crochet, and then you're going to go between, see if I can point it out a little easier. This last stitch here that you did, this last single crochet you did, you're going to go in between there, okay, for the next stitch. So you're going to go in between there, okay, and that gives you 3. And then you're going to go in, just keep going. You kind of work your way down is what you're doing. Just kind of working your way down through that one. Okay, now those are all the stitches that were part of that star. Then you're going to pick up 2 more. 1, 2, so that you have 6. Yeah, on your hook, yarn over, pull through, chain off. Isn't that pretty? So when we do the next row, you'll see how it connects the star a little bit better. Another one. Through the eye, it's 1. Through the last, I guess you would say, section of the star, 2. And then the next stitch, which made up the end of the star, 3. So that leaves you 4 stitches, 4 loops, 4 and 5. So you're going in 5 times, but of course you're going to have 6 loops, okay? Again, through and fasten off. Okay, we'll do one more, and then if you're having trouble, let me know. Do one more, then I'm going to meet you at the end here. Okay, through the eye, that last spike of the star, the last part of the stitch from the previous one. Okay, now we're done with the stitches that were there. We're going to go in another one. Oops, come on now. Go in 1 and 2. Okay, there's your 6. All through, all 6 of them. Fasten off. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And keep going. I'll meet you at the end. So when you get to the end of the row, you're going to have a single stitch here, a little bit of an opening here. So what I do is I make a single crochet in that opening to fill that in, or else it's going to be a gap. And then you want to do a half double in the very last stitch. Okay, turn your work. Okay, the back is not going to look like the front, of course, as you can see. Now, the only thing you have to do in the back is single crochet all the way across. The trick is, well, first you're going to get these first couple on the end here. Yeah, let's get this first couple on the end. Okay, you have to find the eyes of your star. Here's an eye. Here's an eye. Here's an eye. So you're going to put 2 stitches in the eye. That sounds painful, but that's what you're going to do. And then you just work your way down. 1 stitch in the eye, and then another single crochet in the eye. Okay, find the next eye, 2 stitches. Okay, last eye, and then on this row you're going to stick with the single and stick it in that last stitch. And remember how we started the next one? You're going to chain 3. Oops, sorry. Chain 3, turn your work, and we're going to start the stars again. But see, once you did that, the single crochet, it kind of made the stars like a full, it made like a full star instead of just the half stars. They look more full now, more together. I love this stitch. It's just so lovely. Okay, here we go. We're going to go 1. I'll start you another row here. 1. Oh, you know what? Probably should go in the back bump. That'll make it easier. I'm more of a V girl, going in the V. But with this one, this stitch seems to work out better if you go in the back bump. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to go in 2 on the row. This is starting your row. But this is going to be your corner, your ending stitch, your ending star. Pull up, tie off. Okay. So remember, start with the eye, then go into that last spike, and then you're going to go into this, which is the end of the star stitch. Okay, and now you need 2 more, so you have to pick up 2 from the row. Whoopsie. 1, 2. Okay, there's your 6. That's the fun part. Okay, we'll do it one more time on this row. I, and then, okay, the leg, as I call it, the last leg of the star, the last spike of that star. Okay, So this takes some practice, a stitch. And then the last part of the star. And now 2 stitches in this row. Single crochet, and now we have our 6. Yarn over, pull through all 6. Okay, think you got it? I'm going to finish this row and come back and finish up. Okay, so on the second row of stars, I ended up, you can see here, it's a little bit off. It's not straight edge. So I'm going to stick a single crochet in here. I'm just going to put it right down there. Okay, just to make it even. Okay, let's turn her over. Oh, sorry, chain 1, turn. Okay, so remember how we found the eyes of our stars? Actually, since I was able to put one on the very end, this is actually my first eye. So single crochet, 2 single crochets in the eye, the back eye of your star. 1, 2. Here's the next one. You see it looks like a little circle. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to meet you at the end. Keep going. So here you see 2 full rows, every little star there. It's beautiful. Looks really nice. Back doesn't look the same, as I said, but try to keep those edges even, and you got your star stitch. Okay, well, isn't that a great stitch to learn? I really like the star stitch, so I hope you did too. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to finish my lobster. Now, I'll have to look up who this pattern is from. I got this on Pinterest, free pattern on Pinterest, which, as you know, I use Pinterest for free patterns. About 90% of my patterns are free on Pinterest. But this little lobster guy, isn't he cute? I kind of messed him up a little here on the, I had never done one of these stripes around before. And I did my best, but it was not the best. But anyway, so I got his legs on, I got his antennas on, and for his claws, I thought, you know, let's put some pipe cleaner in here so he can move, you can move him a little bit instead of just standing out straight. So I got some pipe cleaner. I figure I could fit at least 2 in there. I did one amigurumi a few months ago, and I put in 1 pipe cleaner in, might have been in an arm, and it just didn't seem to do that much. So actually, let's try 3. Let's see if 3 will fit in there. I'll cut it right about here, and we'll see what happens. I thought it was funny when I bought these at Walmart. Instead of pipe cleaner, they're calling them fuzzy sticks. I just thought that was humorous. Okay, so you take your fuzzy sticks, and let's see if this works here. We're going to a little bit too long. And let's see. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Take your 3 little pipe cleaners and put them in the claw, the big meaty claw. There we go. Now you're going to get jabbed just a little, poking them in there. But that way, you can move them a little bit. Yeah, that makes a little bit of difference. Okay, there's 1. And we're going to put 3 in the other. And then I will sew them on here in a minute. Come on now. Pipe cleaners are cheap, so I don't mind wasting a little bit. Yeah, let's try there. Should be much better. And I do have some news, so stay tuned after this. And I have some big news coming up. Oh, that's much better. Okay. And they bend. Wonderful. Okay. Could almost probably fit 4 in there, but we'll stick with 3. All right. I'm going to sew those on, so give me just a second. So here he is, little blue lobster. Some reason his left claw looks a little bit bigger than the right one, but that's okay. I love him. I think he's adorable. Say bye-bye, lobster. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching me fix my lobster and do the star stitch along with me. Um, it's a beautiful stitch, and I hope you get to use it on many things. Um, oh, if you like what you see today, please hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, please, and comment if you would. Let me know what you're working on today, or if you've ever used a star stitch, if you like it, if you like using it. If you do amigurumi, what's your favorite sea creature to make? And also next Wednesday, I won't be doing one of these shows, but I am taking over the month of July for Tiffany Hansen, who does the Wednesday Whip Knockouts. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of her. She's got a lot of subscribers, and she does every Wednesday at 2 o'clock Central Time, and that's what time it'll be next Wednesday. I'm going to be doing the Wednesday Whip Knockout. Now we're going to do the same 20-minute segments where you work on your whip, your project. You focus on your project. You can write in. It'll be a live chat, so you can write in and ask me questions. You can make comments. You can talk about what you're working on, things like that. And then there's 5-minute breaks in between. The last 5-minute break, she does a stretch, and we're going to do that. I am a retired occupational therapist, so I know lots about stretches to your upper extremities. So we will be doing that. So stay tuned next week. Tiffany has approved this. She's all in. She's taken a break from the Wednesday Whip Knockouts. So she's taken off the rest of the summer, I think. And her last one is today. So join her today at 2 on her channel, Tiffany Hansen Crochets. And then join me next week for the same kind of information, but with a different face. So I think that is all. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you at Wednesday Whip Knockout next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.